back-to-back champions, back-to-back World Series, the best
Oh,
player ever, Shohei Ohtani, and the
sure.
Dodgers go out and get possibly the top two free agents on the market,
Uh-huh.
Kyle Tucker, Edwin Diaz,
Right.
solidifies that bullpen. They probably have the best rotation in baseball. Now they add Tucker to that lineup.
hmm
Is anyone going to beat them? Are they going to win 140 games?
Well, people said we had this same conversation last year,
We did.
and they lost to well, they won. I'm sorry, but they
Yeah.
it wasn't a cakewalk. Let's just say that they had injury issues throughout the regular season. Blue Jays obviously took them to seven, and quite possibly could have won it had a few things gone differently. But yeah, I mean, great job on you. You really picked a tough winner of the
Yeah,
offseason.
really.
So nice start, really.
Okay.
Making my
Sorry.
job difficult.
But
Well,
yeah, no,
I
seriously.
also wanted to talk about a little bit of Kyle Tucker
Okay, yeah,
and
please.
his decision to go there. He was offered more years
Mm,
from a team like the Toronto Blue Jays,
hmm
right? Offered more money per year by like the New York Mets, but he decides to go to LA.
Yeah.
Mm.
And what does that say about, that kind of guy? What does he really
Yeah.
value?
I've heard a lot about who he is. I mean, I think he is just he's out there to play baseball, and that's kind of it. He doesn't really care for any of the other like legacy stuff. He just wants to play ball and
You
win
know,
games.
He-
So
I,
it's a
I'm hearing some Anthony Rendon comparisons. The guy think
I
it's
don't
just
think
a
it's that bad.
no. He said, it's just a job to him. A paycheck's a paycheck,
Did
whether
he
you're a
say that?
baseball accountant, baseball player, an accountant. I don't know. I'm reading between the lines on these
Tucker
things.
said that?
Well, you can read between the lines,
Okay, sure.
and
Yeah, paraphrase for him. Good.
oh well, sure. I don't want to put words in his mouth, of course, but that's just how I read things.
But whatever happened to a guy, the value of, winning a championship, not just doing a KD and hopping on the best team in the league.
Oh, it's
The
ridiculous.
no one values that anymore. And
No,
it's sad.
the Astros picked up their Japanese pitcher. He said that he didn't want to join the best team. He didn't want to join the Dodgers, be a part of it. That was Imai, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's a few guys out there that are like that. But yeah, I mean
Maybe he's just not
Tucker,
a gambler like Shohei.
um, possibly. But I think Tucker,
Got some morals.
writing was a little bit on the wall, I think, with that. Just given how the end of the Cubs season went, there was a little bit of
They were
like
good.
he would yes, but he had injuries, and I think he was being sat for a little while, and like there were reports of different things that were happening. Now the Cubs had Bregman, probably the best clubhouse leader in baseball.
It's pretty good one. Yeah.
Did the I thought the Red Sox were bringing him back. What happened there?
No, no. Our clubhouse guy now is IKF.
He's a great clubhouse guy. He'll do anything. He'll pitch
Good.
necessary.
The new Brock Holt.
He can catch. Yeah, that's what you need.
Ah,
What you
good
need.
player.
All right, so we start with the Dodgers. That's
Well,
an
just
easy
one more
one.
thing on
It
Kyle
no, it,
Tucker, I think.
it, it had to be said, I thought.
Well,
Sorry,
I
go
just
ahead.
want to add one more thing to Kyle Tucker. I see
Please.
a lot of the Juan Soto relationship from last year with the Yankees.
Hmm.
Kyle Tucker owed the Cubs nothing. He was traded there for one season, and you can see how Cubs fans may be upset that he went elsewhere, the same way Yankee fans thought that Juan Soto owed the Yankees something. I say no. I say no. Kyle
Ah,
Tucker, what's the
Tucker never made it like super personal. Soto, I mean, he did this with the Mets too, but he switched his entire Instagram page. He was all
oh,
about New York. Him and Judge were best buddies.
oh with
Tucker
the
didn't do any of
handshake?
that with any of Tucker didn't do any of that with I didn't see it with PCA or anything else. He was just there to play baseball. Soto made it a little bit personal where it was like, okay, and obviously he stayed in New York, so there was something to that. It's not as if he went from one side of the country to the other. Not that Chicago and LA are on two opposite ends, but he stayed in New York. So there was obviously something to him enjoying New York. And I think,
What
like I said, Soto made it a little bit more personal, especially as a guy who followed the Yankees.
Hmm.
People obviously wanted Tucker back, but I don't think people really knew whether or not he was going to come back. Whereas Soto, it felt like he all year was kind of like, oh, this is where I want to be, blah, blah, blah.
I
Yeah, but
guess.
it's not like Soto went and joined the Dodgers. Like Tucker just hopped on the back-to-back World Series champs
That's
team
a
and just
different
like,
point than the point that Pat's making.
fine.
We're talking about, I mean, yeah, Tucker obviously just Yeah, there's no argument against that. But for
Whatever
Pat
happened
saying
to guys staying on one team,
So
and
that was the point I was trying to make.
no
you know,
loyalty in this
No,
league.
and then,
it's unbelievable. You used to have guys go out there and just play their heart out for the city. They
Oh my
gave them the
God.
contract when they were 18 years old, and they used to play baseball.
Yeah.
Now it's all commercials and who can sell the most shoes. Give me a
Oh
break.
my God.
Oh my God.
It's the worst. It's the worst. I'll tell you what, okay?
Yeah.
Another thing that I'm not happy about with how the business of baseball is working, but I do have him as a winner. What are we doing with not rewarding our Cy Young winner? Okay,
Oh,
we're gonna give him he expect to give him $17 million. Are you serious?
that's a slap in the
That's
face.
that's ridiculous. And then go out and pay another left-handed pitcher more than what he's getting on his arbitration case.
Jeez.
What a joke that is. And that's why there's no loyalty in the MLB is because franchise owners act like that. I mean, come on. But in saying that, you add Framber Valdez to a rotation that already has Cy Young winner and Skubal, has now Valdez as the number two, has Jack Flaherty as the number three, Casey Mize as four, and then either Verlander or Kiter Montero as number five.
It's a
What a
good.
rotation that
That's
is.
a really good rotation.
Hey,
So,
listen, Dinglers, the
yeah,
catchers, he's
yeah.
got to watch out for an errant fastball to the face. Uh,
Right.
the Dingler, he's got to
Yeah,
watch out for the Dingler, if you know what I'm saying.
no, I get it.
Yeah.
But I think in saying all the things that I just said about Skubal and how the franchise didn't reward him, they still came out as a winner in the offseason because they did retain him. And they brought in Framber. And so for them to be a 1-2, along with the other pitchers that I mentioned within that rotation, they, to me, were definitely a winner of the offseason. They finished 87 and 75 last year with win or as the second seed in the AL Central. And I think that was after an inexplicably bad end of the season. Like they had the rotate or the division on lock against the Guardians, and then all of a sudden they were dropping
Mhm.
pretty much every game after and at the end of the season. Um,
They still
but
almost beat the Mariners though.
the
Took them.
Tigers,
The Tigers almost beat the Mariners
yeah,
in the
yeah,
division. Like they could have won. They
they
could have.
turned it back around, but that they I think should have won the division pretty handily, and then all of a sudden the Guardians came out of nowhere, went on a big winning streak, and they ended up winning the division, and the Tigers had to beat them in the playoffs. But Tigers had a top 12 offense last year, and it's still a young team that can continue to grow, obviously behind Riley Reed. Obviously the offense disappeared at the end of the year and going into the postseason, but they added Kenley to a bullpen that was incredible in the offseason. And I think, the Central, the Guardians didn't really do anything, and the Royals, they added a little bit. What's so funny?
Who's Riley Reed?
Yeah,
Riley
who's Riley
Green.
Reed?
Said Green.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
What have you been doing
Anyway,
this Valentine's Day, huh?
I'm pretty sure I
that's a
said
bad.
Green, but
No, you're
regardless.
gonna.
Look,
Okay.
Regardless, I think they're the team to beat in that division.
Well, that division sucks.
it's
So
terrible. It's
you're
the
making a
Tigers
lot
and the
of hot
Guardians.
takes, good points here, Mason.
Yeah,
Seriously.
really.
Dodgers won the offseason, and the Tigers are the best team in the Central that consists of the White Sox,
The Guardians or
Twins.
the Indians or whatever you want to call them. They're a good team too. They're always good.
But they didn't do anything this offseason to really make them
Well,
any better.
they don't have money.
The Royals, White Sox. I mean, these
The
teams
Royals
are
made a
the
few moves.
Twins might be the worst team in the league. I mean, we'll get to the over-unders in a few weeks, but
Hmm.
this division, you may have one or two teams over 500.
Yeah, yeah, it's not good. So that's why I think I have the Tigers as a winner. Yeah, and Kenley in a bullpen that obviously, I mean, what they did last year in the postseason was incredible. Um, and pretty much all of them are back that were good last year. So I'm excited to see what the Tigers are able to do. Do we think that Riley Green will take another jump?
No,
Really?
he kind of really slowed down that second half of the season. He made
Yes,
the All-Star team.
as did
He
the
was like,
whole
oh,
offense.
he's gonna be the MVP. He's a future MVP, and then he turned into not someone
Where's he
not so good.
slotted right now in
So
their
he's
in
hit
their
his
lineup?
ceiling
His second, third hitter.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, 2 or 3.
So they're
He's
counting
still a
on him
good.
to be an impact bat,
and
the
he
impact.
was he was last year. I mean, not as much in the second half, but they're like I said, their whole offense went cold at one point in the near the end of the regular season. So I don't know. I think to that point, they also have the number two prospect in Kevin McGonigal.
Oh my God.
He's got a career 922 OPS,
Tell me.
walks to strikeout ratio
Oh,
1.3 to 84.
I like
Wow.
that. Talk about, you know,
Plate
on a
What
discipline.
strikeout, all you have to do is the pitcher throws three strikes and you're out. Okay, put the ball in play. Make the
what he did
defense do their job. I like
he
that about him.
123 walks to 84 strikeouts.
That's
in the minor leagues.
It doesn't, yeah, but that is something that's transferable
mm,
across all levels. If you know the strike zone, you know the strike zone. I'm sorry, you
But
don't.
now with the ABS,
with the
ABS,
oh my
right?
God. That's a
See,
great transition to my first loser is our old heads. I mean, you got the ABS coming down the pike, which is unbelievable. Baseball's been played with human eyes for the last 150 years. And now you got a computer telling me what's a strike, what's not a strike. I know what a strike is. Amazon AWS doesn't know
can
what a
we see
strike.
it? Can we see it?
Yeah, right there. That's a strike. Okay, let me tell you. Number two is the sports communism. Another thing, old heads like us, we're seeing sports communism coming down the pike next year. We're
Mm.
gonna have the ceiling and the floor. Give me a break. I cannot stand it. So, people like myself and Lav and Mason, we're gonna have a tough time watching baseball after this season. So you better enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, yeah. If we have baseball,
We're gonna have it this season, so enjoy it
this
while it
season.
lasts.